Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to yoga, level 1. I'm going to share my mat for a few moments with Sambrita. We have a 60-minute class this morning. If anyone has any requests, you can type them quick in the text box below the page, and we'll get ready to get started. Find your comfortable seat. Just going to check one thing on the sound here. Okay. Bring your hands to heart center. Feel your sits bones connected to the floor through your mat. Feel your spine long, reaching through the crown of your head. Take a deep inhale and join me in one Om if you like. We'll start our practice today on all fours. Pup, you're going to have to move. Come on. Oh, maybe. We'll start like this. Oh, I'm sorry. In cat-cow. Inhale, reach the crown of your head long. Exhale, curl in, pull your belly button into your spine, puff up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl, chin to chest, belly in. And come back to the center in your tabletop. We'll wag the dog. So look over your left shoulder towards your left hip. Draw your hip and shoulder together. Come back to center. Look over your right shoulder towards your right hip. And then come back together. Alternating sides. Inhale, center. Exhale, crunch on the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, crunch on the left. Look right. Inhale, exhale, left. Couple more. And see if you can maybe stretch a little across your lower back. Come back to tabletop and center for moving cat-cow. Send your knees wide, let your big toes touch. Exhale back. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, lead with your tailbone, round back. Bring your awareness to your abdominal muscles. They relax as you go forward and then pull and tighten as you round back. Next inhale, come to cobra. Pull through to your belly. Let your palms rest underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift your heart. Reach your neck long. And exhale, relax forward just a little, maybe not all the way down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, relax. Your palms are touching your mat, but instead of pushing into the floor, Try to draw your heart forward, like you're palming yourself, dragging your body forward. Next, exhale, release all the way down, forehead to mat. Interlace your fingers behind your tailbone. Moving grasshopper. Inhale, everything lifts. Exhale, release, shoulders to mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Keep moving. Follow the pace of your breath. Last one, lift up, stay up. Take an extra breath this time. And release. Stay face down, tee your arms out to the side, stretching the wing. Roll onto your right shoulder. You can bring your left foot behind you. And try to open your heart towards the wall in front of you. Switch sides, back to center. Reach out with your left palm, roll onto your left shoulder. Your right foot comes behind you. Open your heart towards the wall in front of you. Come back to center. And then tuck your toes or knees and push up to plank. And rock side to side, forward and back, taking weight into your arms. Extra challenge, lift your right heel, engage your abs. Belly button to spine, rock back and forth. Lower right, lift your left heel, pull your belly in, engage your abs. Rock back and forth. Lower your left toes, lower your knees for 3 yogi push-ups. Inhale at the top, exhale, lower down. Squeeze your elbows to your side body. Inhale, push your mat away. Exhale, lower. One more. And push back, extended cat stretch. Wiggle your hips in extended cat. Check in with your lower back. Walk both hands to the right. Stretch in your left side body. Walk both hands left. And sit back in your right hip. And stretch in your right side body. Come to center. Tuck your toes, down dog. Walk out your dog. Lunge, right foot steps. However many steps you need to bring your foot up between your hands. And stack your right knee above your right ankle, and then shift your weight forward and back, warming up your legs. Engage both feet. Draw your feet towards each other. If you feel steady, hands to hips. If you feel steady here, you can reach your arms out in front, or your fingertips stay at the mat wherever you feel stable. Pull your feet towards each other. All your leg muscles are engaged. And release your hands to the mat, down dog. Left foot steps forward for lunge. Shift your weight forward and back. Warming up your legs on the left side now. Find both feet. Draw them towards each other. If you feel steady, hands to hips or hands reach forward. Keep your legs active, your feet pulling towards each other. Leg muscles should be working. One more deep breath. Exhale, hands down, back to down dog. We'll take a few breaths in our down dog. Find all 10 fingers. Make like a gecko. Spread your fingers wide. Press those fingertips into the mat. And then exhale. Reach your hips up and away. Grow long in your arms. Cross your shoulders. Next, exhale, walk your feet towards your hands, keeping your legs as straight as you can. When you come to the top, soften your knees and clasp opposite elbows. Hang in ragdoll. Sway side to side. Come to center. Let your head be heavy. Shake it yes and no, until it feels like a weight. Uncurl slowly to standing. Stack your vertebrae one at a time. And when you come to the top, take an extra breath. Crescent Moon series. Start with your feet hip width. Check in with your toes. Your second and third toe are facing forward. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reach right. Maybe bring your right hand to your belly button. Check in with your abs. See if they're engaged. Pull your belly button into your spine. Reach a little further. And back to center. Other side, right arm up. Inhale here. Exhale, reach left. Inhale, soften a little. Exhale, reach. Check in with your abs. Left palm to belly. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. Lengthen across your lower back. Take a few more breaths. And back to center. Supported back bend. Can press your fists into your sacrum or fingers point up your lower back. Soften your knees on your inhale, and on your exhale, draw your shoulders, shoulder blades and elbows towards each other. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, elbows come towards each other. Try to keep your chin at neutral, not letting your head fall all the way back. One more deep breath. And all the way up to center. Exhale out the mouth, forward fold. Hang in your forward fold with soft knees. Bend your knees as much as you need to reach your fingertips to the mat. And we're going to twist and forward fold. Bend your left knee and bring your right hand to sacrum, open to the right. Little twist. You might feel it across your right hip. Lower your right hand. Bend your right knee and bring your left hand to sacrum. Twisting and forward fold. And lower your left hand to the floor. Soften both knees. And with your fingertips at the floor, sit back in your chair. And when you're in your chair, let's start with thumbs in your hip creases. Grab onto your thigh bones. Roll the flesh down and away from your belly button. Draw your knees towards each other while you pull your hip creases down and away. Belly button in. 8. Add your arms in front if you like. 9. And 10. Come all the way up. Balance chair. Leave your arms out in front. Lift your heels. Really press into the balls of your feet. Engaging your calves. If you feel steady, slide your shoulders down the imaginary wall. Keep your shoulders and hips and ankles stacked. Breathe for 8, 9, and 10, all the way up. Exhale, release your heels. We'll do kind of an inverted balance chair. So bring your toes so that your big toes turn in slightly and let your knees come together and touch in front of you. So we'll sit back in our chair, touching like this. Just lifting your heels barely off the floor. Check in with your shoulders, stack them above your hips. Spine is nice and tall. Each exhale, sit a little deeper. For 7, 8, 9, and 10, all the way up. Exhale, back to the ground. We'll work in the front plane. Step your left foot back, right foot in front. Your back toes turn out, front toes face the short edge of your mat, as well as your hips. So both hip bones are facing straight forward. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, curl down. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, curl, chin to chest. As you come up, reach with your thumb. Try to keep your bicep close to your ear. Next exhale, stay down. Bend your front knee as much as you need to reach your fingertips to the floor. And with your exhale, draw your right hip back towards the short edge of your mat behind you. Lengthen in your right flank. Right pinky toe to right hip. Next, inhale, reach both arms halfway, straight back, flat back, extra breath here, and then come all the way up. Other side. Left foot in front, right toes step back. Right toes turn out slightly at a 45-degree angle. Hips face the front short edge of your mat. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, curl down. On the inhale, reach, thumb face up, bicep by your ear. On the exhale, curl in, palm face down. Next exhale, stay down. Soften your left knee, bend your left knee as much as you need to reach your fingers to the floor. Exhale, draw your left hip back towards the short edge of the mat behind you. With each exhale, grow longer, left pinky toe to left hip. Next inhale, find your belly button, pull it in, reach long, stay halfway, and come all the way back up. Step to the top for warrior one on the right. Right foot in front, left foot in back. Check in with your hips so they're pointing towards the short edge of your mat. Check in with your abs again. Pull your belly button in, lengthen across your lower back. Tailbone tucks slightly. And then reach your arms. Lean your chest forward. One long spine, crown of head to tailbone. Last 2 deep breaths. And release. Come back to the top. Warrior one on the left. Right toes step back. Your back foot angles out slightly. And your front knee stacks directly above your front ankle. Bring your awareness back to your abs. Pull your belly button into your spine. Lengthen across your tailbone. Reach your tailbone. And reach your arms when you're ready. Engage your abs. Lengthen in your lower back. Last 2. Last 1. Come back to the top of your mat. And then step back with your left foot. We'll face your hips to the long edge of your mat. Hands on your hips. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the crown of your head long. It's the I'm a little teapot pose. Next exhale, stay down and add your top arm. Inhale, reach overhead, find your belly button, pull it in. And then exhale, lower your arm down behind your back. Look at your toes. Keep your awareness at your core. See if you can keep your core engaged. Tucking your tailbone, pulling your belly button in. So you keep your lower back safe. Next exhale, hold your hand between your shoulder blades. Turn, look at your toes for a good neck stretch. Open your mouth, big jaw stretch, yawn. And reach your right arm out. Come back to center. Other side, turn your left toes out. Hands to hips, inhale here. Exhale, reach the crown of your head long. Keeping your spine nice and straight. Next exhale, stay down. Add your arm. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, reach between your shoulder blades. Keep moving your arm. Check in with your abs. Draw your abdominal muscles in towards your spine. Lengthen your tailbone to protect your lower back. Next exhale, hold your hand between your shoulder blades. Look at your toes for a neck stretch. Open your mouth, jaw stretch. Stretch your face. Reach your left arm out and come back to center. Warrior 2. Turn your right toes out. Your hips are facing the long edge of your mat. And stack your right knee above your right ankle. And bring your hands into your hip creases. And on your each exhale, press into your thumbs, draw them down towards the floor behind you. Kind of rotating externally the flesh that connects your thigh bones and your hips. Opening. External rotation of your right hip here. Next exhale, stay down, add your arms. Check in with your abs, your core, pull your belly in and up. Reach your tailbone down and long. Last deep breath here. And back to center. Left side, warrior 2. Long stance. Stack your left knee above your left ankle. And then let your hands rest at your hip creases. Little movements with your breath. Relax on the way up, and on the exhale, squeeze your thigh muscles, draw your thumbs down behind you, helping to open externally in your left hip. You can use both hands, though, to help both hips. Next exhale, stay down, add your arms. Check in with your belly, your abdominal muscles. Pull them in and up. Tailbone reaches down, lengthens your lower back. For 9 and 10, back to center. Turn both toes in slightly for wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, hands on your hips. Exhale, fold forward. Let your hands release to the floor. Walk your fingers in line with your toes. On your inhale, bend your knees, soften your knees. Exhale, lift your hips, reach the crown of your head a little closer to the mat. Inhale, soften. Exhale, hips up, crown down. Couple more, just explore how your hips are feeling today. Might be your hamstrings as well. Walk both hands out under your shoulders. We'll do some twisting and wide-legged forward fold. Plant your left hand in the center. Inhale, right arm up to the ceiling. Open your heart to the right. Similar breath here. Inhale, soften your knees. Exhale, press into your big toe line. Twist to the right. Inhale, soften. Exhale, inner leg line, twist. Lower your right hand, center it, and inhale, left arm up, twist left. Inhale, soften. Exhale, press into your inner leg line, twist. One more breath. And lower your left hand. Distribute your weight equally, hands and feet in your wide-legged fold. We'll do 3 lion's breaths. Really stretch your face, get the tension out of your facial tissues. Inhale, weight to heels. Exhale, yawn. Ha. 2 more. Ha. Last one. Ha. And then walk or hop your feet back together. And curl very slowly to standing. We've been upside down for a while, so take your time. Stay eyes closed at the top, hands at heart center. We'll take 1 extra breath here. Balancing poses. Column pose. Start with your right knee. Lift your right knee to your right hand. Bend and straighten your standing leg. Keep doing this. If you feel a little wobbly or if you feel steady, you can hug your right knee in with both hands. Draw your right knee towards your right shoulder. Last few breaths. See if you can grow an inch taller through your inner leg line and the crown of your head. And release. Bring your left knee to your left hand. Bend and straighten your standing leg, column pose. Keep doing this if you're a little wobbly, or if you're steady, hug in with both hands. Draw your left knee towards your left shoulder. Last few breaths. Grow long, press into your standing leg, reach through the crown of your head, and release. Moving column, right knee to right hand, open. If you feel steady, maybe your gaze shifts over your opposite shoulder to the left. Center. Option to add a twist, switch hands. Draw your gaze over your right shoulder behind you. Come back to center and release your front leg with control. Moving column, left knee up. And open. Gaze maybe someday shifts over the right shoulder. Come back to center. Option to switch hands, add a twist. Gaze turns towards the side and eventually behind you. If you're like me and you have a wall behind you, you can touch your fingertip there. Come back to center and release. Airplane pose. And face the short edge of your mat. Step your right toes back. And let's start just in our standing posture. Arms open, chest open, heart open. Find one long line from your back heel to the crown of your head. Start to bend and straighten your standing leg. And when you're ready, start to shift all of your weight into your standing leg. And that might be enough. Touch and release. If you feel steady, you can fly, take off. And wherever you feel wobbly, pause and breathe there. Our balancing poses help us calm our nervous system, So wherever you find the wobbliness, breathe. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to center. Whew, good airplane. Step your left toes back. Start in our standing position. Soften your front knee. And find one long line that connects your back heel to the crown of your head. Engage all your muscles across the back. Bend and straighten your standing leg. And when you're ready, you can start to pour weight into the right leg. And breathe any place that feels wobbly. Stay there. And as you're ready, take off. Pour all your weight into the right leg. Anything that feels tight, wobbly, send your breath there. 8, 9, and 10. Back up. Balancing stick. Interlace both fingers, both hands above your head. Step your right toes back. Touch and release, just as we did in airplane. Long line from your fingertips to your heel in the back. Keep breathing. 7. Lower your right hip towards your mat. 8, 9, and 10. Back. Interlace your fingers. Other way. Left toes step back, touch and release. When you're ready, start to take off. You can always bend and straighten your standing leg if you need to help find your stability. Keep breathing. 7. Lower your left hip towards your mat. 8, 9, and 10. Up. Step to the top of your mat. We'll do cactus rock. Inhale. Goal post your arms. Exhale. Curl in. Make a ball. Inhale, open. Exhale. Get all the air out. Last one. Exhale, yogi squat. Your yogi squat, your knees are wide, elbows come inside. Your heels may or may not touch, that's okay. Just shift side to side. Try to have a long spine. Reach through the crown of your head. Release both hands to frame your right knee. Lower your left knee to the ground, and then walk both hands around behind your right leg. Gentle twist for the lower back. Walk your hands back to center, back to yogi squat, and then frame your left knee. Lower your right knee down in front of you. Walk both hands around behind your left thigh. Twist. Gentle twist for your lower back. And then bring your hands back to center, back to yogi squat, and make your way to reclining. Hug both knees in. And rock side to side. Massage out your sacrum. Ooh, that feels nice after all those standing poses. Send your left leg long, hug your right knee in. Flex your left foot, activate your left leg, completely relax your right knee. See if you can draw it closer to your shoulder with each exhale. Switch sides, send your right leg long. Hug your left knee in. Flex your right foot. Activate all of your right leg muscles. And relax your left leg. Exhale, draw your left knee closer to your left shoulder. Relax. Send your left leg long, both arms overhead. Deep inhale here. And then bring both hands, we'll do a little abdominal massage. Bring both hands to your right hip crease. So stack one palm on top of the other. And we'll trace basically our digestive system. So draw your palms up the right side of your abdomen. Kind of when you get to the rib cage, move from right to the left side of your body. And then move down towards your left hip on the left side of your body. And then come back to the right hip, tracing up the ascending colon, across the top of the colon, across the rib cage, and down the descending colon. Just a little massage to help aid digestion here. So you're making a clockwise circle on your abdomen. And finish the next circle that you're on, and then stack your knees above your hips. Do abdominal curls. Inhale, cactus your arms. Exhale, curl up, chin into chest. Press your sacrum into the floor. Inhale back. Exhale, curl up. Press your lower back into your mat. Keep moving. Last 3. Last 1. Exhale, curl up, stay up. Try to get extra air out, lift 1 extra vertebrae, and release. Feet wide, knees come together. One hand thanks your belly, one hand thanks your heart. And bring your knees back above your hips. Curl your shoulders up. We're going to kind of do a bicycle where we alternately hug in your right knee, send your left leg long. Hug in your left knee, send your right leg long. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, exhale, hug. Inhale, switch. Exhale, hug. Shoulders stay up as much as you can. Last 2 sets. Last 1. And release. Big X. Rest. Ooh, thank you, abs. And then hug both knees in. Begin to rock forward and back. Make your way up and over onto your bellies. We'll do a few more belly back bends. Starting with Sphinx pose, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, palms face down in front of you. Start by pressing the tops of your feet into your mat, rolling your pants seam up towards the ceiling. Inhale with our leg muscles engaged. Exhale, press your palms and your forearms into the floor. Draw your elbows closer to your body. Inhale, reach long through the crown. Exhale, activate, draw your elbows in towards your hips. And release, rest. One cheek to mat. Palms face up at your sides. Big toes touch, heels splay out. Wiggle your hips side to side. Release your lower back. We'll do a variation on Sphinx. Come back to your Sphinx arms and draw your left knee out to the side at a 90-degree angle, flexing your left foot. Same action. Your right leg is activated. Right toes press into the floor. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, draw your elbows in and your heart forward. And release your left knee. And do the same with the right side. Right knee out to the side. Flex your right foot. Your thigh bone is perpendicular to your body. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, draw your elbows in towards your hips. And return your right leg in line with your left. Relax. Left cheek to mat. Palms face up. Big toes touch. Take a deep inhale. Expand all the way in your lungs till it reaches your lower back. Bow pulling. Reach back for your shins or your ankles. If bow isn't in your practice, airplane is another option here. On your inhale, kick your shins into your fingers, into your hands. Exhale, rock forward a little. Two more deep breaths. See if your inhale can lift you up a little higher. Open your collarbones. And release. Extended cat stretch. Send your knees wide. Let your big toes touch. Sit your hips back. And wiggle your hips side to side. Release your lower back. Crescent lunge. Come up through kneeling. Right foot steps forward. In this pose, your front knee might go a little past your front ankle, and that's okay. Try to lengthen your back leg from your back knee to your back hip. Draw your back hip forward and your front hip back, squaring your hips. Option to lift and lower your back knee off your mat. And release. Half splits. Tuck your back toes. Sit back a little. Flex your right foot. Switch sides. Crescent lunge on the left. Let your back toes rest flat on the mat. Your left knee might go past your left ankle. Draw your back hip forward and your front hip back, squaring your hips towards the short edge of your mat. Option to lift and lower your back knee off the floor. Lower your back knee, half splits, tuck your back toes, and sit back. Camel. Come to kneeling. Your knees are hip width. All 10 toes are tucked. You can reach back and spread all your toes out so you have a nice stable base and engage all your toes. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, draw your shoulders towards each other. Check in with your core again. See if you can pull your abdominal muscles towards your spine, up under your rib cage a little. Last 2. And inhale to center, child's pose. Bring your knees together. Let your chest come to rest on your thighs. Forehead to mat. If your forehead doesn't reach, you can use your forearms or your fists so that your head can relax. And make your way up to seated. Do some hip opening. Send both legs in front of you and start with your right foot and your left palm. Extend and bend your thigh bone across the front of your body. Cradle the baby. Bring your shin in close to your chest. Sit up nice and tall. Your leg that's long in front of you, really activate those muscles so it makes a stable base. Rock side to side. And bring your right arm out to the side. Roll over that right hip. Ooh, feels so good. And change directions. And sit up tall one more time. And make your right hand into a Thai massage fist and pound out the outside of your thigh bone. Inhale, sit up tall, and then figure 4, forward fold. Flex your right foot, keep your right leg muscles super active. And then exhale to anything that feels tight. Maybe it's your right hip. Maybe it's your left hamstring. Maybe it's across your shoulders or your lower back. Whatever it is, send your breath there. And then come up, rock the baby, left leg, right hand. Cradle the baby. Hug your shin in, close to your chest, sit up tall. And bring your left hand out like a kickstand, roll over your left hip. Other direction. Feels so nice. Sit up tall with your baby cradled. Use your left hand as a Thai massage fist and pound from your hip muscles up and down your thigh. figure 4, forward fold. Inhale up tall, exhale, curl in. Send your breath and your attention to whatever needs it. Make your way back up to seated. Send both legs long. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down, one vertebrae at a time onto your back. We'll have time for a couple of back bends. First, we'll do bridge or bound bridge. And then we'll do fish. Bring your feet close to your sits bones. Bound bridge, interlace your fingers underneath your tailbone. On the inhale, lift your hips. Option for bridge, your elbows are at your sides, fingers pointing up to the ceiling. Whichever variation you have. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, engage the back of your neck. Press your head into the floor, look straight up at the ceiling. Last 2 deep breaths. See if you can lift your hips. Inhale a little higher. 9 and 10. Uncurl slowly. Hug both knees in and rock side to side. Fish pose. Send your legs long. Palms face down at either side, or they can come under your glutes. And on the inhale, open your heart, lift up onto your elbows. Your head can relax back, open across your thyroid. Bring your attention to your breath. On your inhale, fill your lungs as full as you can get them. Expand your lungs. Exhale out the mouth. 2 more deep breaths. Carefully uncurl, lower down. Hug your knees in. Wrap what you can. Maybe you touch fingers and interlace wrists. Maybe you reach opposite elbows. Hug both knees into your chest. And then press across the length of your spine, head to tailbone. See if you can get as much of your spine on your mat as possible. And stack your knees above your hips. Final spinal twisting. Exhale both knees to the right. Let your gaze shift left. Inhale, bring both knees back to center. Exhale, both knees to the left. And let your gaze shift over your right shoulder. And bring both knees back to center. Shavasana pose. Final resting pose. Send your feet wide. Arms out at your sides. Palms face up. Feel the weight of your body sinking into your mat. Feel your mat supporting you. And then release control of any breathing, any muscles. Start to take some deeper breaths. And make your way onto one side. Cradle your head in your arms. And as you're ready, make your way up to seated, hands at heart center. We'll close with the prayer to all beings. If you know the chant, join in. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. May all beings in all places find joy everlasting. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. Thank you all for joining Yoga One this morning. Hope you can keep the peace with you as you move throughout your day. Namaste. There are comments or questions about the class or anything with Santosha, feel free to leave those in the chat boxes down below. Be sure to check the schedule at Santosha on our website or on MindBody for all the different things that are happening. We have a minimum of 3 classes a day, breathing and meditation every day, and fun things popping up like family sing-alongs and cooking classes, all kinds of fun stuff. Also, if you are able, just a reminder, we have different ways to register and pay for the classes through PayPal or MindBody. And if you're not able to do that, we also understand. You can support us by providing a Facebook or Google review. Thanks to all you beautiful souls out there. Gonna come check and see if we have any comments or questions. Hi Kathy, hi Pierre, hi Lalita. Hi Carrie, thanks for joining. Liana, nice to see you again. Thanks for posting the picture of your mat and your practice. That was fun. Oh, Lisa, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. I hope you have a wonderful weekend too. All right. Not seeing any more questions or comments, so thank you all for being here. Until next time.